Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lily. I am so happy you're here with me. In today's video, I am going to show you how I make my own DIY business cards using these Rolodex die cuts. I like to include these in all of my Etsy orders, and I am completely out of my business card. And because it is the holiday season, I thought I would bring you along and show you how I make these. I use die cut pieces, I use stickers, I use scraps of paper, whatever I have in my stash. They are super easy and super cute. You want to know how to make these? I'll meet you over in the Crafty Loft so we can get started. Let's go. Altering Rolodex cards is one of my favorite projects to work on. I have been creating these altered Rolodex cards for about 10 years, and I was doing it just so that I can keep them in my personal Rolodex and memory decks card holder. But then one day I had the grand idea of making my own DIY business cards and then adding my label to the backside. And my label just includes my name, my Etsy shop, also YouTube channel and Instagram handle. And I include one of these altered Rolodex DIY business cards in every single Etsy order. I also like to include them in Happy Mail. And it's really fun because you get to work on this smaller canvas, so it's less intimidating. I'm going to go through all the supplies that I'm going to use in today's cards. This is one of my favorite dies, and I bought it at Amazon. And I do have a link for it. If you're interested in that, I will have it in the description area below. I do have an Amazon storefront. And so I've got tons of other things in my storefront as well. Now, I have already die cut a lot of these Rolodex cards using scraps of paper. Now, I have been working on Christmas junk journals, and I have a lot of offcuts, and so I'm using those. And then I also have this really cute like paper tape that I picked up, at least I want to say almost 15 years ago at Hobby Lobby. I've been hoarding it because it's a little strip of paper and it has beautiful gold foil hearts. And then I also have die cut some wreaths, and I used a Tim Holtz die set to do this. Now, this wreath has many layers, many components to it, but I'm only going to use one of the wreath layers. I'm kind of simplifying the look of this wreath. I have, though, made it with all of the little components. It is so pretty. It's just a little bit time consuming, and and I wanted to make these really quick because I needed to include these in my recent orders. And like I mentioned earlier, I was all out of my DIY business cards. To make the little faux berries for the wreath, I took just a very standard office hole punch and then some scrap papers, and I use some foil paper for that. I'm also going to use some really cute stickers. I just recently went through my entire Christmas stash and found all kinds of goodies that I've been neglecting. And then, of course, my favorite Christmas sentiment stickers from Tim Holtz. I will try to list as many of these items in the description area, but if I miss anything, please let me know. I also tied a bunch of cute little bows using some red velvet trim. Just for the sake of time, I've kind of prepped in advance. I've die cut everything that I need, except for the little berries, my little faux berries. I'm just punching them out. Now, I'm doing this because I want to show you that I don't let any paper go to waste, especially if it's silver foil, gold foil, the really pretty specialty papers. I don't let that go to waste, and I will punch out every single little scrap of paper until there's basically nothing left. And it's just really fun to go through all of your little punches and go through your scraps and just start, punching away and having just a random stash of little punch outs. let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is layer some of this paper tape. I'm calling it paper tape, but it has no adhesive. It's just a roll of this paper that's probably about, I don't know, about 1.5 or 2 inches wide. And it is so pretty. I don't know if you guys remember back, I want to say about 15 years ago, Hobby Lobby carried a line of these paper tapes. And when they got rid of them, they clearanced them all out. So I picked up a whole bunch and I used most of them. I've used most of them throughout the years, but this one I have been saving for a special day. And today is the special day. One of those rainy day projects. It has been raining, by the way. The weather's kind of weird. It's been really sunny during the day. Oh, it's just beautiful during the day. And then it's freezing at night. And then we got a little bit of snow, and then we got a little bit of rain. And it's kind of been weird, but it was such a pretty day today. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. So I was telling you, I was saving it for a special occasion. And you know, because I recently went through my entire stash of Christmas embellishments, everything I have, all the Christmas things, my scrapbooking papers, my embellishments, my Christmas beads, Christmas cards, Christmas ephemera, all the things. I just took everything out because I had it in different areas in my crafty loft. And I also have a large closet in my office where I keep excess inventory. Anyway, I took everything out, put it all out on the table, and I came across a lot of things that I had been neglecting. And even non-Christmas things, I was like, ooh, that's fun. So I kind of went shopping in my stash. And because I put my Christmas away and then I don't bring it out until Christmas time, I forget what I have. And so it was really fun going through all of my embellishments. I get to use all the things that I've been collecting and maybe hoarding a little bit. So that's a lot of fun. So shop your stash, your embellishments, and your stash is going to look completely different than mine, and that's okay. But one of the main reasons why I create videos like this is to inspire you so that you can create something similar using the things that you already have and make cute little altered Rolodex cards. And the fun thing about these, because it's a small area to work on and not so intimidating, you can get as creative as you want. I've created some altered Rolodex cards that are super embellished, really dimensional, and kind of heavy. And I have those in my personal Rolodex file. In fact, I'm going to link a video showing you a flip through of my Rolodex. It's been a while. It's a video that's probably about 6 years old. I should probably do an updated one. But just to give you an idea of the type of Rolodex cards that I've created and that I keep in my memory decks and Rolodex. Some of them are, can be less, more minimalistic. And others are really, really embellished. But that's the fun part of working with altered Rolodex cards, is that you can make them your own. And you can do all kinds of things. Mixed media, you can create them for different occasions. I also like to use these as tuck spots in my junk journals. And if you would like to see what that looks like, I will link a flip through video for you up above of some recent beautiful Christmas junk journals that I just made. And I use a lot of these Rolodex die cuts as tuck spots. And then I embellish, not as much as these. I try to keep them somewhat, not so dimensional because they are going into a junk journal, but they turn out really, really cute. You can use a lot of just flat embellishments to avoid creating too much bulk, but super, super cute. By the way, as of as of today, today is December 6th. As of today, I still have a couple of Christmas junk journals in my Etsy shop. If you'd like to see the style that of Christmas journals that I have created, I've got tons of pictures over in my Etsy shop, and also a lot of flip through videos here on my YouTube channel. If you are interested in seeing something, just let me know and I will point you in the right direction. I've had this little deer sticker for a while. Poor little thing. He's been just kind of floating around with my stickers, and I thought he was just going to tear apart. He's a fragile little thing, but now he's got a little home on an altered Rolodex card, and it'll go away with one of my Etsy orders. So yeah. What I don't do today is I don't print out the labels to stick on the back of the Rolodex cards. I did that off camera. But just to give you an idea of what I do is I take some Avery address labels and create the labels on my computer using a Word document. And then I just print them with all of my information and then just stick an address label with all of my info, all of my details on the back of my card. And that becomes my DIY business card. I have been doing this for several years. And I just thought it was fun. Instead of me ordering a business card, I thought, why not just make my own? And I've been doing that for many years now. So cute. I have been asked by many people about making some altered Rolodex cards and maybe adding them to my Etsy shop. And I've thought about that for a while, so I'm still thinking about it, and maybe do like a variety and different styles and kind of group them together, and create like a bundle. I don't know. I'm trying to think about how I can work that. Right now, though, I have been really busy working on more Christmas junk journals, and I'm hoping that I can get a few more done this month. That'll be so much fun. I'm going to try a few different styles and different color themes and see how that works out. But super fun. And it's been a really busy season thus far. In November, I was really busy. October and November, really busy running and training for my half marathon. And then I did a turkey trot on Thanksgiving morning. But now I'm really busy just focusing on my Christmas making. So much fun. So here is the finished product. Aren't these so cute? Let me know if you have any questions. You guys are awesome. It's a short but sweet video, and I appreciate you being here. You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.